Hello and welcome to the first Levitate virtual meditation class. We are recording this for posterity, so you'll be able to log in afterwards if you weren't able to make it at this time. They're going to be weekly classes. They're designed for the global community to log into. Equally, the London community and wherever you happen to be, it's not always convenient to get to a class in Southeast London. So this is a glorious experiment to open up the channels and see what comes back, see what resonates with people. So we'll do a very short one today because this is the test, and then sort of starting next week we'll extend the time length and do a half hour each time. And the beauty of being virtual, of course, is that you can log in for just 5 minutes of my dulcet tones here or there, or indeed you can join after the class is concluded, and we'll be making the recordings available in one way or another. So if you've got a membership or an unlimited monthly pass, you'll be able to attend those classes too, even if you couldn't make the particular time slot. So let's just begin by allowing our bodies to relax. By starting to scan around for any tension. Where is it for you? Is it your forehead or temples or cheeks or jaws? Are they as relaxed as they can be? And we'll start to just gently close our eyes as we continue scanning downwards, noticing if there's any tension in the back of your head or neck, or in your shoulders. In your upper and middle and lower back. And your chest and belly. Perhaps this goes without saying, but we are pretty good at ignoring our bodies until something seems critical. It's how we get ambushed by a sudden hunger pang or a sore back. They seem to come out of nowhere. I'll posit that perhaps your body's been signaling you in various ways, before reaching for the emergency smoke signal flag. And what we're trying to do here is just tap into some of those subtler signals. What are your arms and legs saying to you right now? Are they tense? Are they hunched? Are they tender? Or are they relaxed? There isn't a right answer here. It's not about changing the way you feel as much as it is about just getting more clarity. Each time we practice this, we are attempting a gradual process of first attaining some level of calming the mind, calming the body, calming perhaps the environment around us, maybe choosing a quiet time or quiet space to do this in. If you're doing it from home, maybe you've got a particular cushion that you meditate on, or a patch of ground in front of the sofa. This is all about creating calm. When we're calm, we've got a hope of obtaining some clarity of thought, of insight, a clearer picture of what our senses are relaying to us, our physical sensations, our emotions. We gain that clarity by staying still. The more still you are, the more able you are to take in all of those finer details. We want to reach that kind of clarity because it allows us to feel more connected to our bodies, connected to our minds, connected to people in our lives and the world around us, nature. When we're more connected, we tend to be happier. We're less stuck in our heads. We're less isolated. We're less cut off. We are better integrated with the world around us, as well as our inner world. So we're aiming for calm and clarity and connection. For a bonus C, we might consider community, which I would say naturally springs up from feeling more connected, from being able to look outward rather than just inward. So to achieve some level of calm, we'll just allow things to slow down. Which thoughts in your head or drama from this morning or yesterday or last month is still sort of resonating in your mind? And can you allow that just to be put to one side for a moment? If it's important, it'll be waiting for us on the other side of the meditation. And if it isn't, then we may have just lightened ourselves up, unburdened ourselves to allow us to be more present. We spend so much time in the past, going over memories, replaying events, and the future, planning, worrying, imagining. But we have a bit of a hard time just staying present. But we know we're happiest when we're present. A little bit like a cat in the sun or a hawk gliding on the thermals. Present, connected, clear. Notice the sounds around you. Letting go of any labels, any judgments. On a rational level, you know that one sound is voices outside the window, another is your breath or an airplane. When we're meditating, we want to treat those judgments and labels just like more thoughts. Temporary experiences that we can notice and then let go of. The goal here is to become more connected to our senses. It means we want to become more connected to how we feel. What's the quality of the sound as it reaches your ears? And your sense of touch, and temperature, the pressure, the weight of your body on the seat or your feet as they come in contact with the ground. If you have your eyes closed, you might notice that your visual field is still very much present. Behind your eyelids is not just darkness. There's perhaps some color, some light. You might also notice that there don't seem to be any boundaries, that your vision just stretches off into the distance. In the same way that your consciousness is not just a point behind your forehead, but rather it's the space that contains everything you're experiencing. Your body, your thoughts, the sounds around you, everything you're aware of. And can you start to connect with your breath? Taking two hands and just placing them on your belly or on your chest. The goal here is not to connect with your breathing in an abstract way. We're not so interested in the concepts or any thoughts we might have about the breath. We're just using the physical sensation, that movement beneath your fingertips, the rising and falling of your body, as a reminder to keep on coming back. Your mind is going to wander to thoughts, to so-called distractions, physical sensations. And every time it does, I want you to simply notice where your attention's gone. And then gently drop any judgments that might accompany that sense that you're frustrated or bored or you're having too many thoughts. And instead, we'll be gentle with ourselves and just gently coax our attention back to your breath for another breath until your mind starts to wander once more. So let's begin. I'll watch the time. So when you hear the sound of my voice, just sit gently with your eyes closed. Remember, the goal isn't to control your breathing or to control your thoughts or even the room and the environment around you. The goal is to become more connected, to stay connected. So we want to keep hold of the detail, the sounds around us, the physical sensation of your body pressing down on the seat beneath you. We welcome any sounds and sensations as prompts to come back to the present moment. If you imagine that you're a mountain, you've been sitting there for many, many thousands of years. The base of the mountain is where your body comes into contact with the seat, the ground, and the peak of the mountain, way up amongst the clouds, is the crown of your head. Now, like I said, you've been sitting there for an unfathomably long time. Pretty much unchanging, while the world whirls around you. Up there at the summit, near the peak, the weather is ever changing. You've seen it all. Blizzards, rainstorms, fog, heavy clouds, scorching sun. And because you're high up, often all of those things might happen within the space of an hour or a day. So it's pretty changeable up there. And the more time you spend with your head at the peak, the more you start to identify with the weather itself. So it's so changeable, so distracting in a way. And it's easy to forget that you're the mountain, and instead you just become the sun, the snow, the rain, the clouds. Life is the same. Part of your experience is ever changing. Every thought is a new cloud, new weather front. Each experience seems to grab at you, grab your attention. But there is another part of you which is still solid and connected to the ground beneath you. It was there long before any one cloud showed up, and it will be there long after any cloud has passed. Every moment you have in your life contains both levels. Each thought is an opportunity to say to yourself, just a cloud, just a thought. When you notice that you're all caught up in it, and it's an opportunity to let it go, to allow it to drift on past, as you remind yourself that part of your nature is mountainous. It's the timeless bit of you between your breaths, between your thoughts. It's the space in which all the activity, experience, sensation, and thought occurs. And it's what we're trying to connect to every time we meditate. So let's start to deepen our breathing. Just noticing the pleasing expansion of your ribs. With every breath in, your heart is pushed forward in your chest. With every breath out, it sinks back down again. You might notice that your mood even ever so slightly changes between an inhale and an exhale. Notice the sounds around you. Notice your sense of touch. temperature of the air, the pressure of gravity of one body part lying on top of another. Notice your visual field and your sense of taste and smell. Allow any physical sensations to express, asking yourself, how am I feeling right now? Remembering that there's no right answer to that question. We're simply trying to deepen our connection with how we feel. Take a deep breath in and let that go. And again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing any residual tension in your body to start to melt away. And when you like, you can blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining for the first of our virtual classes. Whether you were in the room when it was happening or whether you have logged in since, you're part of a community, you're connected, and hopefully you're feeling a little calmer and a little more clear. I'll see you back here soon, and have a beautiful day.